$58,500 from grants instead of $15,000, and $6,500 from the regular budget. So 10% out of $65,000 would be $6,500. That would be repeated under FY13. Number 5, FY14, number 4 changes slightly because that's when you start training the trainer, so it's less expensive. So it goes to $6,000 and $54,000 from grants. And the rest came from the other parts of the district improvement plan that we already approved.
So we need a motion?
Did he not approve that by the, he made a motion to accept the district improvement plan 2010 to 2013.
And all the,
No.
I believe that
I
was,
also stated just the...
that was the school
that was
climate
just
section.
I called it
of
the
the
school
plan.
climate section of that plan, because the whole plan, we approved everything except those two
Sections
pieces.
of the plan, yeah.
But it was with the revision of the resource section of the core values.
No, that's within the school climate part of the
Those two
plan.
resource sections.
There was resources needed.
One part of the climate, one of dealing with the whole thing.
Right. The resources one deals with all the pieces of the plan. So it's a whole different
Staff
section
development to green projects.
There's 4 different
everything.
resource plans that fit
into the
the
total.
resource plan.
We just happen to be using the same name, resource, which is a little bit,
Well, they
No,
all
they
carry
connect.
on
All
to that.
resources.
They connect to each
Yeah.
other. That was intentional. Do you want me to propose a motion for somebody to make? It should make it easier.
I propose that I make a motion that we approve the resources
needed for,
section of the district improvement plan for 2010 through 2013, with revisions as stated, which recap the changes that we made.
Page 4.
is that it? That's it, and you have it. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Sullivan?
Mr. Sullivan?
Vote.
Aye.
All those against?
hey,
Motion carries 3-1. Okay, school committee business. There's quite a bit of correspondence here. The typical stuff, if anybody wants to see it. New business? Any new business?
I don't know when it's, I need some guidance on when it might be appropriate, but we have a very vital position of budget subcommittee and teacher negotiation subcommittee. And I think we may need to realign on that committee because we obviously have a member that hasn't been to 7 of the past 9 meetings, and
A second?
I think we need to redo that.
So
Yes.
you're proposing that we add
Those
people
two,
to that?
yes, to those, replace
Okay,
Mr. Harrison and add, I don't know whether
I
it's
think-
appropriate to do that in executive or here, but
Yeah,
I think we need to change that.
I actually think that's not a committee. Is that a committee responsibility, or is that a chairman responsibility?
It would be a reorganization.
Okay.
So you would have to put that on the agenda for the
We
next.
proposed at last meeting to be on this
I thought I had, but
week's agenda. That's why I seconded it. I
Okay.
thought-
Okay, all those in favor?
aye.
What are we
Aye.
voting on?
The-
I'm-
To
Put it
change
on
the
the
reorganization to have
Oh, to put it on next, aye.
For the
Okay.
the teacher negotiation.
teacher
Have a
negotiation
long night.
committee
And,
and budget subcommittee.
Budget subcommittee.
I don't know what the since it's been second, Has he been attending any of those? I don't know, because I know he doesn't attend this. Has he been attending any of the subcommittee meetings of, I don't know who's on that committee?
You're on one, right?
I was not able, I'm on both of those committees. I was not able to attend due to
The last negotiations.
the most recent negotiations also, so I don't believe he was there.
And the subcommittee, he went to one but not the other.
Right,
Okay,
speaking as someone who has a lot of travel, and I just got back from travel tonight, I understand the concern.
That's not an issue. We can just, we've voted to
Put it on
appoint
the
somebody
agenda.
to those two. Well, we can do it right now. We can appoint somebody. Are you volunteering to do?
Did
If
we
so, if
vote?
I need to, I'll take one of them, absolutely.
Did we vote?
I mean, they're important,
No,
they're
we
vital
didn't vote.
committees.
My concern is, that wasn't on the agenda, this is new business. I mean, if we
Put
missed
on
it, putting it on the agenda, I would feel a lot
Okay, so you want it on for
easier.
next week?
It's your committee.
I have no
Just
problem
think of
with,
this-
do we have any, are there any meetings from
Let's-
now until next
it's-
Wednesday? Of those, either of those two committees? 'Cause I have no problem waiting
No.
until next week.
No.
If
not
there's,
that I
if,
know.
as long as there's nothing gonna be missed, I have no problem putting on the agenda for next week.
Okay, let's do that then.
I just know we still have the executive session.
Yeah.
Looking at.
So there, we don't need a motion for that.
We don't need a motion, just put on for
We
next
just
week,
put it
that's
on the
fine.
agenda.
I'll rescind my motion in your second.
Yes.
Is there anything else? Are there any comments or questions?
We're going to try to put on the agenda the graduation rates, if we can pull them down off the state. There's something else. We have some suggested agenda items, but I can't remember if there's anything else. If there's anything else that people, I mean, we're going to hopefully discuss the budget, the first blush at the money's coming in or the money's not available. So that's going to be an interesting school committee meeting anyway.
I will be happy to go through my list of agenda items that I forwarded on to various chairmen over the past 2 years that have, for some reason, been chosen not to be taken up on the agenda. Now that we're discussing how to set an agenda,
We've
let's
actually-
discuss it.
we-
I have a
we-
long list of emails I've sent that
We've
somehow have
actually
not
moved
ended
beyond,
up.
and we're going to move on to
So-
the adjourn to
We were
executive
just talking
session.
about the agenda.
No, we added that one piece to the next week's agenda.
The superintendent just was discussing other agenda items, and I was...
Is there something else you would like to add to next week's agenda?
Yes, and I just suggested I'll follow the list that
Okay. Do you want to do it now, or do you want to?
I don't have access to the internet. I could pull out all the emails I've sent, but I will forward a copy tonight to the chairman and as my request for agenda items.
Okay, thank
And I
you.
don't think we could get them all done in one meeting, but I would like more responsiveness to requests for agenda items. I didn't know we could just bring it up and say, okay, we're going to put it on next week. I thought we'd follow the suit of sending an email to a string of chair people, not just one, and I'll bring those together and
Very
be able
good.
to...
Can we prioritize them so we know which ones you care more
Absolutely.
about, so we know which ones to put
Absolutely.
on ahead?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Yeah, all right, there you go.
We
You
need
got
a
it.
roll call to go to
Little slow.
executive. I, Jim Bernard.
I, Eric
The
Larrabee.
motion needs to say to adjourn to executive.
Executive session.
And that we will come back.
I, Michelle Duar.
I can't, I would suggest, point of information, that we need to
Come back
revise
into
that
public.
motion, that we will be returning from executive session to regular session. That's part of the open meeting laws, and so we can't adjourn to go into executive. We need to recess to go into executive, and then return to the regular meeting in order to recess it. That's part of the Massachusetts open meeting laws. So if you'd
As
be
stated by
so
Mr.
kind.
Sullivan,
Yeah, we'll see.
I make that motion. Thank
Is
you,
there a
Mr.
second?
Sullivan.